Sir, our team has completed the project. You can go through it now. Here, Wine gave him the file and pen drive. Wine went out. Taehyung stared at her back. As she stepped out, he saw a guy approach Wine. They smiled at each other. Taehyung's heartbeat suddenly increased. That guy was with her yesterday in the parking lot, and today he is with Wine in office. Why did Wine smile at him? Doesn't she know that her husband is here? Why is she being friendly with other men? She should only smile at me. Her smile is only mine. Taehyung was getting possessive out of nowhere. No one in the office knew they were married. No one knew he was a married man and Wine was a married woman. Their marriage was arranged by their parents. Both of them were trying to make the marriage work. Wine was the perfect wife. Taehyung thanked his parents for getting him married to Wine. Wine always made sure to cook food by herself, and she always checked if Taehyung had his meal or not. She was very sweet towards him. Taehyung wanted to be the best husband for Wine, but being an introvert, it was hard for him to express his feelings and emotion. He was trying to change himself for her. He always gave her gifts. It was his love language. He loved seeing her smile. He was planning to confess his feelings to her. Taehyung reached his mansion. He entered inside and looked for Wine. For the first time in his life, he was scared that his wife will leave him. He went directly in the kitchen and found her there, cooking. He felt peace. He went towards her and wrapped his arms around her waist, back hugging her. Wine was shocked at first. She stopped doing her work. What happened? Taehyung was quiet. He nuzzled his face in the crook of her neck, tickling her. Taehyung, stop, you are tickling me. He felt peace hearing her giggling. He hugged her more tightly like someone would snatch her away from him. Taehyung was being clingy now, and Wine understood it was his way of expressing his emotion. She knows it is hard for him to speak his feelings. Taehyung, I need to cook. It's getting late for dinner. Go change. Taehyung wasn't leaving her. Taehyung, you can cuddle me as much as you want, but not now. I need to cook. Really? We can cuddle for a whole night? Yes, hubby. Taehyung suddenly grabbed her waist and turned her around. He put his arms beside her, caging her between him and the kitchen counter. Wine widened her eyes. She was taken aback by his sudden behavior. It was his first time they were getting physical. Wine felt her cheeks heating up. She felt shy and looked down, avoiding his gaze. Taehyung smirked, seeing her getting shy. She placed her hands on his shoulder. Wine, look at me. She looked up at him slowly. You won't ever leave me, right? Wine was shocked hearing him. She understood why Taehyung was behaving with her like this. She wrapped her arms around his neck and leaned closer to him to make him feel loved. Taehyung smiled hearing her. You said we will cuddle? Don't forget. Wine again looked away from him, feeling shy. I will be right back. He went away happily. Our relationship is taking a new turn. Taehyung is slowly opening up to me. He doesn't say anything, but his actions tell me every time that he loves me a lot. I am waiting for him to confess. I am so lucky to have him as my husband. The project managers were gathered in the meeting room. Taehyung entered and sat down. He looked for Wine and saw her sitting far from his seat, and also that same guy was with her. He was sitting beside her and talking to her. Taehyung's jaw clenched and he tightened his fist. Wine? Yes, sir? What are you doing there? Come sit here beside me. Wine came and sat beside him. Taehyung glared at that guy angrily. The guy noticed it and got scared. He looked down. Taehyung felt relaxed now that Wine was beside him and that guy was away from her. The meeting ended and everyone was going out. Wine also went out and Taehyung saw that guy again approaching towards Wine. He started speaking and smiling. Taehyung had enough now. He stood up and went towards them. He pushed the guy away from Wine and grabbed her hand. He took her away with him. Some people witnessed the scene and they were stunned seeing their boss behavior towards Wine. Some girls were jealous of Wine because their handsome boss held her hand. Taehyung brought her to his cabin. Mr. Kim, what are you doing? He closed the door and pinned her to the wall. He was looking very angry. Mr. Kim, Taehyung, what are you doing? We are in office. So, you are my wife. Who is that guy? Why is he always with you? How dare he get close to my wife? Taehyung, calm down, it's nothing. Nothing. No, Wyan, I can't stand that guy anymore. I will fire him. Wyan took his face in her small hands. Taehyung, calm down, she said very lovingly. Taehyung forgot everything hearing his wife's voice and looked at her beautiful face. Wyan, I don't like it when I see some other man near you. Why did you smile at him? You are only mine. Yes, hubby, I'm only yours. Then he is the problem. Why is he always clinging to you? I will fire the useless jerk. I should never see him near you. No, you can't do that. Why? Wyan giggled seeing her husband's behavior. I don't want him near you. I'm jealous. Jealous? Yes, I'm very jealous. He hugged her more tightly, looking in her eyes. You don't have to be jealous of him. He is just my colleague. You don't need to be jealous. He is a single father and has a daughter to take care of. Please don't fire him. Taehyung looks at her, trying to understand the situation. I was just helping him out. I was telling him about baby food and diapers. He was very depressed. Taehyung finally understood. He calmed down and nuzzled his face in the crook of her neck. But don't be too friendly with him. I am very jealous. Wyan giggled and caressed his head. I don't think he will even look towards me after what you did. He deserved it. He shouldn't get too friendly with my wife. Not just him, all men. You are only mine. No one knows I'm your wife, hubby. Well, now everyone must have known that there is something between us. Wyan blushed. Everyone should know that you are my wife, so that no one will eye you, Wyan. Wyan looked at him. Both of their eyes were filled with love for each other. They just looked at each other with love, holding each other tight, never wanting to let go, and both of them felt it. Wyan, I love you so much. I love you a lot. Wyan blushed and looked away from him. I know it took a lot of time to confess, but I always loved you, Wyan. I'm sorry for it. You don't have to be sorry. I always knew you loved me and was waiting for you to confess. She was playing with his blazer's button, feeling shy. Really? Yes, I feel very loved by your actions. I love you so much, Wyan. You are the best. I am so lucky to have you. Wyan closed her eyes, feeling his love. I am also lucky to have you as my husband. They both smiled, looking at each other. Taehyung leaned closer towards her lips. He closed her eyes. It was overflowing with love and very passionate. He pecked her cheeks. Wyan giggled, leaning more into his embrace. Oh, I got the most beautiful wife. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, God. So, Wifey, you seem to know a lot about baby food and diapers. Yes, I love babies. Oh, me too. So we can start our baby making process from tonight?